Good afternoon, everyone. This is Amalia Syamsiyah, and I'm from English Education Department. In this occasion, I would like to deliver a presentation related to semantic subjects that is about lexical field. So, what is lexical field? Lexical field is a term when we use that term to characterize meaning of the words based on the relationship of the words. So when one word has relationship to another words regarding to the meaning of the words, we can characterize the meaning based on the lexical field. There are many terms in lexical field. The first one is hyponymy. So what is hyponymy? Hyponymy is a term when we use that term to classify a word if that word is kind of another word. For example, this one. Yellow is kind of color. So this is the hyponym, or we can call it as the subordinate, while the color is the superordinate. So the degree of the color is higher than the yellow. That's why yellow called as hyponym. The next one is part or whole relationship. So what is part or whole relationship? Part or whole relationship is a term when we use that term to call two words that has relationship, but the relationship is part of. So this is the example. Nose is part of face. We have already known that nose is part of face. That's why nose called as part or whole relationship. In linguistic term, we also can call part or whole relationship as meronym. So nose is the meronym or part or whole relationship. The third one is synonym. So what is synonym? Almost everyone in this world has already understood about synonym. That is, synonym is a term when we use that term to call two words that has similar meanings. For example, chair and seat. Chair and seat. These two words are different in pronunciation, in spelling, but these two words have similar meaning. That is, a place to sit. This is chair, and also it can be called as seat. That's why chair and seat as synonym. One is antonym. The fourth one of lexical field is antonym. So antonym is a term when we use that term to call two words that opposite meaning. So antonym is opposite of synonym. This is the example. Small is opposite of big. Asleep is opposite of awake. Give also opposite of take. Why there are three examples in antonym? This is because antonym has three kinds. So there are three kinds of antonym that we need to know. The first one is gradable antonym. Gradable antonym is an antonym which has a grade. So words that belongs to gradable antonym can be graded, and it can be more and fewer. For example, this one, small, big. We know that a thing can be small or smaller or also smallest. Yeah, we can say it as the comparative degree. Comparative degree: smaller, bigger, taller, and so on and so forth. And the next one is complementary antonym. So complementary antonym is an antonym that has absolute meaning, or we can say that the antonym of that word is absolutely this one. For example, the antonym of asleep is absolutely awake. Why? Because when we are not asleep, of course we are awake. While we are awake, of course we are not asleep. Yeah. And the last one is converseness antonym or relationship antonym. This one is the example. Converseness antonym is an antonym that has relationship between those two words. For example, give and take. There are relationship between give and take. Why? Because when someone give Of course, there will be someone who takes polysemy. So in polysemy until the last one, we will talk about the similarities among the words. So polysemy talks about the similarities among words. That is when one word has multiple meanings. For example, head. We know that head is part of body. This is head. But we also know that head means a chief of an organization, a chief of an institution, and so on and so forth. That's why head belongs to polysemy. That is one word which has multiple meanings. And the next one is these three terms. First is homophone, the second one is homonym, and the last one is homograph. So what is homophone, what is homonym, and what is homograph? In these three terms, we will talk about these three aspects: pronunciation, spelling, and meaning. So when we find a word that has same pronunciation but different spelling and different meaning, we call those words as homophone. The example is sit and sit. Sit here is a verb, means in bahasa Indonesia duduk. While sit here is a noun, means in bahasa Indonesia tempat duduk. So the meaning is different, the spelling also different. This one SIT and this one SEAT, but the pronunciations are same. Sit. Okay. And the next one is homonym. So when we find words that has same pronunciation, same spelling, but different meaning, we call those words as a homonym. This is the example. Bear. Bear here has same pronunciation, same spelling, BEAR, but has different meanings. The first one is an animal, that is in bahasa Indonesia beruang, and the second one is a verb, in bahasa Indonesia means menahan. Yeah, that's the homonym. And the last one is homograph. So when we find words that has different pronunciation but same spelling but different meanings, so the words only have similarities in the spelling, we call those words as homograph. The example is this word, present. There will be three possibilities or more to pronounce this word. The first one is present, the second one is present. Yeah. So in the first one, present means it is a noun. So in bahasa Indonesia we can call it as hadiah. The pronunciation is present, while the second one, the pronunciation is present. It is a verb which in bahasa Indonesia means mempersembahkan, ya. So those two words have different meaning and also different pronunciation, but has same spelling, that is present. Yeah. Okay, so those are the terms in lexical field which we can use that to understand more about words when we read when we find that words in different contexts, because semantics talks about meaning of a word in different contexts. So that's why we need to understand it. That's all from me, Amalia. Thank you for watching my video. Bye.